July 25, 1876. A letter arrived that could change everything we thought we knew about one of the most infamous battles in American history. Written by a seasoned U.S. Army captain, this letter reveals a secret account from 7 Sioux warriors who witnessed the Battle of Little Bighorn firsthand. What they saw, how they fought, and the shocking truths they shared challenged the official story and exposed a side of history rarely told. Stay with us as we uncover the raw, unfiltered perspective straight from the heart of the conflict. Because what happened on that battlefield was far more complex and gripping than you ever imagined. This is the story the history books left out. Captain John S. Poland, an experienced military officer, penned a letter dated July 25, 1876, to the Assistant Adjutant General of the Department of Dakota, offering a comprehensive narrative of the Battle of Little Bighorn. His letter draws on information from 7 Sioux Indians recently returned from the hostile camp, some of whom had participated in the June 25th battle alongside the 7th Cavalry. Poland presents a distinctive viewpoint, detailing the events preceding the battle, the strategies used by both the U.S. Army and Native American forces, and the battle's aftermath with accuracy and clarity. He respectfully conveys that these details come from 7 Sioux Indians who returned on July 21, with some engaged in the fight. The agency's agent, failing to differentiate these men from others at the agency, instructed them to remain silent. Other Indians were also ordered not to inform the military about the return of these hostile camp members or to spread news about the recent combat. According to the Indian account, the hostile forces were in the midst of their most sacred religious event, the Sun Dance, when rumors of cavalry arrival caused the ceremony to halt abruptly. This sudden movement, including the gathering of horses' gear and arrows, was possibly misinterpreted by Custer as a retreat. Major Reno initiated the assault on the village's southern end, across the Little Bighorn River. The Sioux narrative aligns with published reports describing how Reno's troops were quickly confronted and surrounded, how he dismounted, regrouped near timber, remounted, and fought his way back across the ford and up the bluffs, sustaining significant losses while the engagement continued for some time. When runners arrived from the village's northern part, about 3 to 4 miles away, reporting cavalry attacks there, the Indians near Reno had not previously shown any intent to fight elsewhere. A strong force remained to contain Reno, while the rest moved to the camp's opposite end, where they successfully pushed Custer's forces back. Instead of joining forces, they divided into 10 groups and maneuvered around the cavalry's flanks. The Indians report that Custer crossed the river but only reached the camp's edge before being driven back to the bluffs, with the fighting lasting roughly an hour, though exact timing is uncertain, as the Indians do not measure time by hours. A small group of cavalry reportedly broke through the Indian lines and escaped, but they were caught and killed within 5 or 6 miles. Poland infers this retreating group likely included missing officers who fled only after Custer's death, the last man killed by 2 sons of the Santee Indian, Red Top, a leader in the Minnesota Massacre of 1862–63. After the battle, Native women entered the battlefield to loot and mutilate the dead. The hostile camp then celebrated, distributing arms and ammunition quickly before launching a renewed attack on Major Reno. Up to that point, the Indians had suffered relatively few casualties, but this counterattack caused their heaviest losses. They do not specify numbers but emphasize the large scale. Sitting Bull was neither killed nor personally involved in combat, remaining in the council tent to direct operations. Crazy Horse, with a sizable band, and Black Moon were principal leaders on June 25th. Kill Eagle, chief of the Blackfeet with about 20 lodges, left the agency late May and fought prominently on June 25, later criticizing Sitting Bull for not taking a more active role. Kill Eagle communicated that he was compelled into the fight, wishes to return to the agency, and intends to do so even if killed. He is reportedly en route to retrieve his father. The agent confessed to seeking forgiveness for defying those who had provided for him for 3 years. Kill Eagle is described as a clever leader who understands that retreating to fight another day can be wise. Not all Indians fought simultaneously. Reserves were held to replace losses and renew attacks, though unsuccessfully. The battle lasted until day's end, when scouts reported a large troop force, General Terry's column, advancing up the river. Prepared lodges retreated southward toward the mountains, camping about 50 miles away to hold a council. They resolved to send reports of their victory to all agencies and call on others to join in future triumphs. Consequently, an influx of assertive and reckless Indians may come to press Sitting Bull's demands, with many hostile camp members from various agencies, including Red Clouds and Spotted Tails, as well as Northern Cheyenne and Arapaho. They proudly report capturing over 400 firearms, carbines and rifles, plus countless revolvers and ammunition, along with sugar, coffee, bacon, and hard bread during their 3 fights with whites. They also claim to have seized over 900 horses and mules, likely from soldiers, Crow Indians, and miners. The Indian account broadly matches published reports, noting Reno's initial attack went well and estimating about 300 white casualties. Another source reports the Indians captured 592 carbines and revolvers from Custer's command. Since writing this, Poland has learned from returned hostiles that a large group of Sioux and Cheyenne plans to leave the Rosebud Reservation or hostile camp, for this agency to pressure Indians here to join Sitting Bull. If they refuse, they are ordered to kill soldiers and steal ponies. Any military or white interference would likely provoke an attack on the post, though this secret has not been fully disclosed to hostile sympathizers. Poland promises to report further reliable Indian intelligence as it becomes available. The Battle of Little Bighorn has echoed through history as a dramatic clash of cultures and wills. But this letter from Captain Poland opens a window into a world rarely seen, told through the eyes of those who lived it. What truths have been hidden? What stories remain untold? As you reflect on this powerful Sioux account, ask yourself, how might history change if we truly listened to every voice involved? Now, I want to hear from you. What surprised you most about this perspective? Do you think the official history has done justice to the Native American experience? Drop your thoughts, questions, or theories in the comments below. Let's start a conversation that history deserves. And if you want to dive deeper into stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. The past is never as simple as it seems. Stay curious, and until next time, keep uncovering the stories that shape our world.